Bob Nastase is with us from the Indiana County Humane Society. Bob, good morning to you.
Good morning, Todd. How are you?
Wonderful. It's good to have you back in the studio with us today. Talking about, as I said to you a couple of moments ago, dogs, cats, rats, skunks, even horses today.
Exactly.
Wow.
You know, with the weather the last couple of weeks, it literally rained cats and dogs at the shelter. We're pretty full. At the end of the week, last week, we had 26 dogs up for adoption and 75 cats, and some waiting to go onto the adoption floor. Mm-hmm. I wanted to highlight 2 dogs, and this is kind of what people don't always realize. Sammy is a 13-year-old male Shepherd Lab mix. His owner passed away. They had no other resources, so Sammy is at the shelter hoping to find a home. Mm-hmm. Chaz is another senior black lab. They're both very friendly, and they both qualify for senior dog discounts. Mm-hmm. So you mentioned horses. There was a rescue kind of operation that went on a few weeks ago. It was all over Facebook. We are now caring for 3 horses off-site. We don't have provisions at the shelter for the horses, but it's a 25-year-old mare, 15-year-old mare with a foal. Mm-hmm. They were a little on the thin side when they came in. They needed some dental work done. One needed a tooth pulled. The other one, they needed their teeth floated, which that would impact their ability to eat and eat properly, but they're doing well.
A lot of times horses, they have hoof problems as well.
Yeah, they were vet checked several times, pretty much once a week.
So you got them back on the good road to recovery.
We do. And, anyone wanting to make a donation of feed, we're using Purina Senior Horse Feed, Timothy Hay Pellets, and Neutrino Mare and Foal Feed. Mm-hmm. And you can just contact the shelter and make arrangements for that.
Yeah. And of course, if folks don't have the resources, but they still want to help, they can always just give monetarily, and you'll take care of the rest of it from there.
And, I can't say enough about our volunteers. I mean, we have anything from dog walkers to people that help at bingo to businesses that help. Yesterday, Domino's Pizza did a fundraiser for us where they donated a portion of their sales to the shelter. Benjamin's is always helping us out with one of our events called Yappy Hour, where a portion of those sales go to the shelter. And, it takes a village. It takes a village to make the place go.
Now, Benjamin's has already had Yappy Hour for June, haven't they?
Right. And we have another one scheduled for July 11th. Mm-hmm. And, there will be drink specials and half price on appetizers.
Yeah, there you go.
And you make a $10 donation and you get that, and you're welcome to bring your dog to the event.
Mm-hmm. All right, so folks can help the Humane Society in that way. But you've got a lot of things going on at the Humane Society.
Oh, my
goodness.
June is Adopt a Shelter Cat Month, so any cat that's adopted in June, you get it for half price. July 11th, I already mentioned, is the next happy hour. July 14th is an event called Gals Afternoon Basket Bingo and Lunch and Tea at the Fountains at Indiana. It's 1 to 4 p.m. I don't really know a lot about that one, but it sounds like it might be a fun afternoon. July 26th, we have the Fixin' Wagon for cats and kittens. Kittens over 2 pounds, you pay $65. That includes a spay-neuter surgery, a rabies shot, flea and ear mite treatment. It is limited space, so you have to sign up and prepay.
But that's really important for folks to get their cats spayed or neutered.
It is. One cat in 1 year can result in 95 cats.
Yeah.
One cat in 4 years can be 2,000 cats.
Yeah. Wow.
So that is why the shelters are always full in the summer with cats.
Yeah.
And that's our whole TNR program, which is one of our pleas for volunteers too. We need people to help transport cats to the vet. Sometimes we use Action for Animals down towards Ligonier, so the cats have to be trapped in Indiana County, taken there, spayed or neutered, and brought back. So we're in need of volunteers for that program. We plan to do 750 to 1,000 free roaming and feral cats.
Yeah, wow. Indiana County Humane Society. It always seems when we hear about the Humane Society that because of the crush of animals that seems to be coming at you, they come from everywhere. That you guys are always under the gun. You've got to get them in, get them taken care of, and get them moved out, and that's where people can come through and really help you out.
Well, we in 2018, I believe we had around 750 or 800 cats come through, and about 250 dogs come through.
Wow.
So yeah, it's always moving, and we're an open shelter. We take pretty much anything. We've had turtles, rats, hamsters, rabbits, horses,
snakes.
Yeah, snakes.
You get some snakes.
On and on, yeah.
Never a gator through there yet.
No, not yet. Maybe if we were closer to Pittsburgh, from what I've been hearing.
Yeah, we're hearing all kinds of things about that. But it really is important for folks to understand that the role that the Indiana County Humane Society plays here in Indiana County, it's really a key for the way that the county operates.
Right. We do a lot for community service. The TNR program is going to wind up, being a community service. The clinics that we have, like, look at my notes. August 17th, we have a microchip clinic for your pets. You can get your pet microchipped for $15, and that's the only permanent way to identify your pet.
Yeah.
Any dog that comes into the shelter is immediately scanned for a chip. It's a great way to get your dog returned to you, is have a microchip in it.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense. One of the things that folks can do in order to help the Humane Society deal with the problems of orphaned cats and dogs and other animals is they can donate just directly to the Humane Society. And money is certainly always needed and needed most of all, but materials as well. I know that folks give dog foods and cat foods, and cat litter is big.
Cat litter. We've gotten some grants recently for cat litter for like 5,000 pounds of cat litter, and that I was told that would last us about 6 or 8 weeks. So
at 5,000 pounds.
Right.
That's amazing. Sheets and blankets.
Yes, the bedding for the dogs. I mean, each dog gets a blanket. There are a couple of blankets to lay on every day, and those are laundered at the shelter every day. So you could also donate
laundry detergent,
dish liquid we use to clean with, bleach we use to sanitize with. So all those things. It really is an operation. I mean, the community should be very proud of the organization and what it does.
Yeah, and it takes some really, really good people, and you've got them at the Humane Society. Somebody wants to volunteer, I'm sure that you've got things for people to do.
Bingo has become a great fundraiser for us. It's every Sunday night at the Elks. The current schedule for volunteers is once a month, and you can do anything from sell tickets to help in the kitchen to work at the admission table. And if you're interested in doing that, just call the shelter and we'll get you connected with the right people.
Somebody wants to come out and maybe clean a little bit at the shelter, join that staff?
Right.
Do that.
All of those things. Walk a dog. I mean, it's good exercise for the dogs. It helps them de-stress a little bit. We have a fellow that comes down from Punxsutawney several times a week and walks every dog that's in the shelter.
How about that? Hey, let's get these horses fed. That's something that folks can do directly to help these 3 horses that have come under the shelter's care. Give those brands that are being fed to them now. What are they getting?
Purina Senior Horse Feed, Timothy Hay Pellets, and Neutrino Mare and Foal.
Okay. All right. Those are the things. And if, like I said, if you're not in the horse community, you don't know where to get those things, that's fine, because you can just give a monetary donation and Humane Society will take it from there.
We have one really nice fundraiser this summer. It's the Claws and Paws Cash Bash. We have it at Red Barn Sportsman's Club. It's outside. It reminds me of a company picnic or a church picnic when you were a kid. It's under the pavilions. It starts at the doors open at 5. The first drawing is at 6 o'clock. It's usually over around 9:30 or 10, but it's just with this kind of weather that we're having now, it just makes for a nice day down there.
Absolutely. And of course, one of the things that we haven't said is, or emphasized enough, is the fact that if somebody has a place in their home for a dog or for a cat, you certainly have them for them. So if somebody wants to welcome a new member into the family, that can be done.
We have lots to choose from.
Yeah, terrific stuff. Bob, this has been rather eye-opening here this morning about all of the things that the Humane Society does. Of course, we learn this from Beth when she's with us each month, and you've come in to update us again, so we appreciate that very much. Next event, again, is on what date? Yappy Hour is July 11th.
July 11th is Yappy Hour. July 14th is Gals Afternoon Basket Bingo. July 26th is a Fixin' Wagon. August 3rd is Claws and Paws Cash Bash. And a microchip clinic August 17th.
That's all kinds of stuff with the Indiana County Humane Society. Bob, thanks so much for coming in.
Thank you for having me, Todd. And thank you, Indiana, for doing what you do.
That's a great thing.